Hey, it's Dr. McLean with Vital Energy Chiropractic. If I asked you, what is health? How do you know if you're healthy? You would probably say, or at least most Americans would say, it's if you feel good, right? We base it on how we look and how we feel. But if you base your health on how you look and how you feel, it's the reason behind the top 3 killers in this country. So hopefully you want to avoid those things. So if you want to avoid those things, you've got to look at your health differently. Now, at least based on most research I've looked at, number 1 cause of death in this country is heart disease, okay? What's the most common first warning sign or symptom of heart disease? It's actually a heart attack. So in other words, somebody can have heart disease for a decade or more and have no idea they have it, and their first warning signs actually have a heart attack, and oftentimes they die. So if you base your health on how you feel, are you going to be able to avoid heart disease? Of course, the answer is no. How about cancer? Number 2 cause of death in this country. Leading cause of death is number 2 is cancer. So can you have very advanced stage 4 cancer and not even feel it? And of course, the answer is yes. A chiropractor that I know, his dad was in his 60s and he was good physically health, wasn't having any symptoms, and all of a sudden he woke up one day and he had a little bit of stomach upset. And it persisted for a couple of weeks. So he finally went into the doctor and they did some studies and they found that he had this huge 10-pound tumor growing in his stomach. And the doctor told my friend that it would have taken about 20 to 30 years for that tumor to get that big, yet he had no symptoms until the very end. Now, they did surgery to remove the tumor, but unfortunately, he died shortly after. So again, if you base your health on how you feel, are you going to be able to avoid cancer? And of course, the answer is no. Third leading cause of the death, which some people actually say is number 1, but third leading cause of death in this country is probably going to surprise you. It's actually what they call iatrogenic causes, which means doctor caused or medically caused. It's our medical system. So it's side effects of medications, it's medical mistakes, it's perfectly normal surgeries that the person actually died as a result. Now, this is an anti-medicine, and this is not my opinion, this is what the research shows. Now, the problem is that most of our medical system is set up to treat symptoms and diseases. Now, I'm not talking about emergency medicine that can really change and save lives in that crisis situation, but most people end up in crisis situations because they're treating symptoms in the first place, and the side effects end them up into the emergency room or the urgent care, right? So I'm not saying we don't want to feel good. There's nothing wrong with feeling good, but we want to objectively look at our health and do things that are going to help us be physically, mentally, and socially healthier rather than just feel better. Also, don't assume just because you have a symptom that something's wrong. If we have a fever, if we have a cough, if we have a runny nose, that's our body trying to get something out of our system that's not supposed to be there. So those are actually signs of health. So we don't want to treat the fever. We don't want to try to bring the fever down. We don't want to try to cover up the cough or remove that. We just want to enhance the body's ability to get that virus or bacteria out of our system and heal our body. So again, we all want to feel good. There's nothing wrong with feeling good, but don't base your health on how you feel. Sometimes I have patients come in here, they've had problems going on for 20 or 30 years, and then because their back and neck pain is not gone in a week or two, they assume that chiropractic's not working. But you have to give your body some time and understand if you're doing the right measures, your body's going to be physically healthier. Just have to give it some time.